"Don't try" was the message written on the tombstone of Charles Bukowski. He was an alcoholic, a gambler, and a total loser who never cleaned up his act. Yet he wrote hundreds of poems, 6 novels, and sold millions of books. For him, success didn't come from effort. It grew from the mess he embraced. The biggest lie about success you need to unlearn is that trying harder is the answer. It's not. Bukowski didn't rise above. He sank deeper and still won. This video will peel back the curtain and show you the brutal truth you've been blind to all along. Success isn't what you think it is, and the path to it isn't what you've been told. The trap of trying harder. The world tells you to try harder, hustle longer, and grind until you break. Hustle culture worships exhaustion, sleepless nights, burnout, and stress. Everywhere you hear the same message: keep going, never stop, work harder than anyone else. Every self-help book and productivity tip repeats the same mantra. But what if all of this is a trap? What if trying harder is the very reason you're stuck? Effort alone isn't always enough. In fact, the harder you try, the more stuck you can become. Affirmations tell you to say, "I am confident," but if you truly were, would you even need to say it? Visualization paints pictures of success, but often only reminds you of what you lack. The more you chase happiness, the less happy you will be. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it will slip away. The pursuit of success itself becomes the problem. You're so focused on the goal, you miss the journey. Society says effort leads to success, but sometimes effort leads to frustration. Athletes overtrain and injure themselves. Students cram and burn out before exams. Artists obsess over perfection and never finish their work. Trying harder can keep you stuck. Desire can turn into desperation. Desperation breeds anxiety. Anxiety cripples action. It's a vicious cycle. The more you try, the worse you feel. The worse you feel, the harder you try. This isn't just theory. Look at people who succeed effortlessly. They look relaxed, even detached. They're not driven to win. They play for the fun of it. Meanwhile, those who strain and struggle miss out. Their effort becomes a block. The paradox is, you want success too much. The backwards law. Alan Watts called it the backwards law. The idea is simple. The more you pursue something, the less you achieve it. Chasing happiness makes you unhappy. Striving for certainty makes you anxious. Striving for validation makes you feel rejected. The harder you push, the further you are from achieving your goals. It's a paradox, but it's real. Think about it. The harder you try to sleep, the more awake you become. The more you seek approval, the more rejected you feel. Trying to be spontaneous is a contradiction. This law operates everywhere. In relationships, desperation pushes people away. In creativity, overthinking stifles inspiration. We live in a culture obsessed with positive experiences. But the pursuit of positive experiences is itself a negative experience. As philosopher Slavoj Žižek noted, the more you drink from the cup of pleasure, the emptier it becomes. Conversely, accepting negative experiences is itself a positive experience. When you embrace uncertainty, you find peace. When you accept your flaws, you become confident. Bukowski understood this. He didn't try to be a great writer, he just wrote. Bukowski didn't try to fix his life. He didn't seek validation from success. He embraced his chaos, leaned into it, and built his mental strength instead. The backwards law teaches that surrender leads to victory. When you stop resisting, you find flow. Consider martial arts like Aikido. You use the opponent's force against them. You don't meet force with force, you redirect it. Life works the same way. When you stop fighting yourself, you move forward. Trying harder doesn't bring success, it amplifies failure. If you focus on not failing, you become consumed by fear. But if you accept failure as a possibility, you're free to act. Michael Jordan said, "I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying." His trying wasn't a desperate effort, it was showing up and playing the game he loved. The backwards law is counterintuitive. Society tells us to go after, strive, and conquer. But sometimes the best action is no action. In meditation, you sit quietly and observe. You don't try to empty your mind. You let thoughts come and go. Peace emerges naturally. The more you push, the more it becomes elusive. So maybe instead of pushing harder, we need to let go. Let go of expectations. Let go of the need to control. In doing so, we find what we've been looking for all along. So stop chasing. Start embracing. Accept where you are. From there, the path forward becomes clear. The key to real success. The actual path to success is not through effort or perfection. It's about honesty. It's about accepting yourself. When you own your flaws, they lose power over you. Bukowski didn't hide his failures. He put them on display. He wrote about his drinking, his gambling, and his loneliness. In that raw honesty, people found some connection. We crave authenticity. In a world of filters and facades, the honest truth is a breath of fresh air. When you stop pretending, you start living. Think of actors who own their quirks. Think of Steve Buscemi. Not a leading man, but unforgettable. He doesn't try to fit the mold. He makes his own. Think of Lady Gaga. She built her career on being unapologetically herself. She didn't conform. She stood out. The same applies to us. When we stop trying to be someone else, we become ourselves. And that's where real success lies. Less effort often leads to better results. When you're relaxed, you're more creative. When you're not desperate, opportunities come your way. Think of dating. When you're confident and genuine, people are drawn to you. When you're needy and trying too hard, they pull away. By not trying to impress, you become impressive. The paradox is obvious. The less you strive for perfection, the more perfect you become. Athletes talk about being in the zone. It's a state where action is effortless. They aren't overthinking. They aren't trying too hard. They're present. We can do that in our own lives. Consider J.K. Rowling. She was rejected by multiple publishers. A single mother on welfare, she didn't force success. She wrote from her heart. Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, not because she chased fame, but because she told her story. When you align with yourself, success follows. It's not about effort, it's about authenticity. Steve Jobs didn't follow the rules. He broke them. Real habits for success are built on authenticity, not endless effort. When you accept who you are, you find your way. It's unique to you. No one else can do it. And that's where true success lies. When you stop trying to control everything, life surprises you. Stop striving. Stop waiting. Start living. Success begins with a mindset shift in how you think about effort. The brutal truth. The belief that effort alone leads to success is a myth, and it is really holding you back. It blinds you to the real path. You may even find yourself reaching a destination of failure on the path of hard work, which you had chosen to avoid. Bukowski's message of don't try is clear. It's not about being lazy, it's about being authentic. Don't try to be someone you're not. Don't force yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. Embrace your chaos. Accept your imperfections. In doing so, you'll find your strength. The brutal truth is, success isn't a straight line. The path is very messy and completely unpredictable. It was never about constant striving. It's always about being real. This video has shown you why everything you've been told is wrong. The path to success isn't paved with endless effort. It's found in letting go. So stop trying so hard. Stop chasing an illusion. Look inward. Accept yourself as you are. From that place, true success emerges. It's not easy. It takes courage, but it's the only way to truly win. The world will tell you otherwise. They'll say you need to hustle nonstop. They'll push you to conform, to fit in, to follow the crowd. But greatness isn't found on the beaten path. It's carved out by those who dare to be different, by those who embrace their uniqueness. Think of innovators like Elon Musk. He wasn't bound by conventional thinking. He didn't try to fit in. He forged his own way. The choice is yours. Success isn't about trying harder. It's about being truer. The brutal truth is that you've been lied to. Society wants you to keep striving, consuming, chasing, because it's good for business. But it's not good for you. When you stop trying to be what you're not, you start becoming who you are. That's the real success. It's time to unlearn the lie. Let go of the endless effort. Embrace yourself. The path forward isn't about more. It's about less. Less trying, more being. The curtain has been pulled back. Now you see the truth. What will you do with it? The choice is in your hands. Stop trying. Start living. Success will find you when you do. This video isn't a lesson, it's a challenge. A challenge to stop the hustle, the noise, and the pressure to always prove yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to, spread the word. Because someone else out there is stuck in the same trap, and they need this truth as much as you did. Now go out there and rewrite your story. And if you're interested in exploring how a bit of selfishness can lead to happiness, check out our video for a surprising perspective on wise selfishness.